Well guys, I just got back from a long day of farming. It's about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Just got home and I don't know if you can see them. All those little spots, the specks are Miller moths or millers. I call them millers. Some people call them moths. But this house is just getting inundated with millers. So I'm going to show you a couple tricks on how to get rid of these things. Good old-fashioned vacuum. Okay, here we go. Suck them up. So the vacuum cleaner is highly effective. It is best to use it in the morning. The millers are a lot less active early in the morning, like when you wake up. That's the best time to vacuum around the windows. But during the nighttime, and this is really where it comes into play. This is the secret on how to get rid of millers. Here's the thing that we need to do. Get you a shiny pan, your biggest pan you have in your kitchen, and a lamp, or even like putting it underneath a normal lamp shade. Anything will work. But you want to darn sure get a shiny pan and get some soapy water and mix some soapy water up in the bottom of this thing. It has to be soapy because these millers, let's see if I can catch it. These millers, if you look closely, these millers have scales on them. Lots and lots of little scales. So those scales help the millers kind of float on top of the water and not go in so quickly. That's why you need a little bit of soap in the water, and that pulls them right in there, and then they're trapped. So let's go mix up a little batch. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so we got it filled back up with water, and we put it back here on the pool table. The reason I have the water up here is because it's one of the higher spots in the room, like in the living room and stuff. Sorry, my house is really messy. We were practicing putting up tents the other day and never got to go camping. If you can see the room that's filled full of millers and stuff, I want to have my light as high in the room as possible. Because millers like to go up towards light. They will come down towards it, but they really do a lot better if they can go up towards light. I bet you there's well over 300-400 millers in this house right now. It's disgusting. I hate miller season. The second part of this thing is you want to turn off all the lights in the house. Okay guys, it's about to get dark for a second. Stick with me. And this is when you start wanting to be really noisy. Like make some noise if you can. Hit the walls a little bit. See, these millers are getting scared and they're flying around. As you can see, they're all migrating up from down there, coming up towards these lights up here. We're just gonna fire up this light. See how the soap we put in there? That soap is kind of reflecting. Oh, they're already coming in. You want to have the light in there shining so the light's coming out of this place, because the millers will try to fly around and come into the light. Last light off and see what we can get. Here we go. I don't know if you can see them getting caught or not. That's me pounding on the wall. I think in the last 10 seconds we've got 20, 30 of them. But yeah, the millers will just keep flying around. But as the night goes on, and I'll leave this light on all night long, but as the night goes on, they'll kind of come up here and buzz around, and a lot of them will find their way in there, just like that poor fella. Haha, sucker. And it's just a really good way to catch them. You need to set a trap every single night and be diligent about it every single night. Dump it out in the morning, and you can lower the levels. You won't get every single one of them, but you can lower the levels in your house. And then if you want to get every single one, chase them down with a vacuum cleaner. It's kind of an old-timer way to get rid of millers. As you can see, they're still going in there, but it works. Nothing fancy, but it works. Again, have your pan up as close as you can to a light, so the light should be shining down into it to reflect the light out. The millers will come and fly right in there. One flew right in my mouth. Disgusting. I think it was that one that just went in there. This is definitely one thing about Colorado, guys, that's just part of living here. If you want to move to Colorado, you're going to have to experience these miller infestations. They migrate through every single year. Some years are bad, some years are not noticeable. This was a pretty bad year. It's not the worst I've seen, but it's right up there with them. Yeah, so get your soap, get your water, just dish soap. Dawn dish soap's what I used here, and a light and a whole bunch of books or something to bring that pan up there. Tin foil works good to direct them in. There's lots, you can get as creative as you want, but this was my little trick, and I'll show you in the morning how many we caught. Just don't forget to dump that thing out in the morning. Otherwise, it'll start stinking in about one day. It'll smell like pure death. Try it out, guys, and let me know how it works for you. Come meet your doom, millers! I'm sick of millers! Ah! Yes, you're dying! You're dying! You're all dying! That's a lucky one. Oh, he's on me now. Ha 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 ha! You suck! You suck, Miller! You suck! Okay, guys, I better turn myself off before I get, like, kicked off YouTube.